listeners are as important as our guests. Join in on the conversation. 504-341-8255, the New Orleans Talk Network.
This is Congressman Cedric Richmond, and you're watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Our listeners are as important as our guests. Join in on the conversation. 505.
Hey, how you doing? It's Mardi Gras time in New Orleans, guys. And everybody's getting ready for the parade. I get a ton of phone calls virtually every day about people wanting me to give them advice on how to improve their credit scores. And, so the first question I ask is, do you have a copy of your credit report? And I always ask that. For 4 years now, we've been doing This Is You and Your Credit with Remus Bowman on the New Orleans Talk Network. And for 4 straight years, over 4 years, we've been asking and inviting everyone to get a copy of your credit report. So, and asking people to get a copy of the credit report, they said, whoa, how do I do that? How's it going to affect my credit? One of the things that I wanted to share with you is that when you go to my website and you pull up your credit report, it says, for all 3 credit reports for $1, and you go to my website and you pull up your credit report, it does not affect your credit scores. But listen, this is something I want to share with you. If you have a credit score that's less than a 500 and somebody says you need to get a copy of your credit report so that you can start improving, how are you going to improve your credit report, or how are you going to improve your credit score if you don't know what's on it? It makes it confuses me. When I tell people, I say, well, look, just go to youandyourcredit.us, pull up a copy of your credit report, and call me, and then we'll be able to look at the same information. Because, I noticed that a lot of my competitors will say, well, we'll give you free counseling. And, but they don't give you access. So if I'm looking at information and all I'm doing is telling you about what's on your report, where you can look at the information yourself and you could be right there with me and we could both be looking at it. So why wouldn't you want to do that? Having a closed, your vision, having no information available to you, not knowing exactly how to improve your scores, more often than not, and I will take responsibility for this. I have a number of clients. I've been doing this about 5 years now. I have a number of clients that have bought houses and cars doing very well. And if you're on my Facebook page, you'll see some of my clients talking about the service that we provide. But first things first, I didn't always have access to some of the the companies that I have access to now. Now I get companies that are calling me and said, "Well, Remus, how would you like to put this on your, how would you like to represent our company?" These are multi-million-dollar companies, national companies, and they have great reputations for the work they do. And when you have the opportunity to just find out exactly what's happening in your life. Now, we made one little change to the website over the weekend, directly under where. Now, first of all, you need to go to the website. And if you're at the website or if you're viewing this show on the internet, uh, you know, through whatever means, it's very easy for you to go to youandyourcredit.us and pull up the information. And you know, I mean, next week. I'm going to be offering some information. There it is, right there. Pull up the information. Look, fill out this form for a free consultation. Fill out the form, and what's going to happen is when you complete it and send it, it's coming to me. I'm going to contact you with, and we're going to, I'm going to show you how to improve your credit score, and you will be looking at the same information I'm looking at, and I'm going to be able to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to improve your scores. And, sometimes, you may or may not need to have, credit reporting, credit repair. I see people, I get phone calls from people all the time who, like last week, I had a phone call from a young lady, and she says to me, "Mr. Remus, I have no credit. I wanted to borrow, to get an apartment, and, because I didn't have any credit on my credit, on my credit report, they wouldn't loan it to me. I'm young. I'm 20 years old or 19, 18 years old, and they would not give me any credit because I hadn't established any credit already. So I couldn't get the apartment." Well, here's what you can do. You can go to youandyourcredit.us, and there's a section there where you'll see a credit card. One of the cards is from First Progressive. The other one it says Credit Builder Card. Now, what you have to understand is these are actual credit cards. That's it right there. You cannot lose with that. The money remains in a FDIC bank. It's your money giving you a line of credit. And if you contact me, I'll give you the information you need to sign on to, get your credit card, and, 30 to 60 days, you'll be able to go get your apartment. You'll know exactly what you need to do. But because we don't do what we're supposed to do, because we don't follow instructions, we fail. Sometimes we just, we're just chilling, man. We don't want to be bothered. It's, in New Orleans, it's Mardi Gras, so a lot of people are thinking about parades. We have a lifestyle here that I love, that I happen to love the lifestyle here. But we got to take care of our business, otherwise, things will be more difficult for us. Most people are not aware of the scale that that the lenders are actually looking at and what their perception is. I spent a lot of years in the car business, and a few years ago, and it wasn't that long ago, I'd say maybe 10, 15 years ago, someone would walk into the dealership and they'd have a 600, a 608, 610 beacon score. Man, we'd be all excited. a person with a 608, 610, they could buy whatever they want. They could sign without a down payment. Right now, and traditionally over the year, all the automobile manufacturers are advertising these, these 0% or, low interest rates and, this kind of information. But if you don't have a good credit score, you don't qualify. So what do you need to do? What do I need to do to put myself in a position where I actually qualify for the incentives that the automobile dealers are offering? What do I need to do in order to qualify to get an appointment, an apartment? If you do nothing, then nothing's going to change. And what happens is a lot of times when you walk into a leasing office or an auto dealer, they don't show you what's on your credit report. You don't know. More often than not, because generally it's somewhat illegal for them to do that because they're not credit people, they're not credit analysts, so they can't give. They can only tell you what the score is, but they can't tell you how to improve it or how it got that way. But if you'll go to my website, youandyourcredit.us, youandyourcredit.us, will give you a full explanation of what's a good credit score. Right in the middle of the page, it says 300 to 600 is a poor score. 601 to 557 is a fair score. 601 to 657 is a fair score. 650 to 719 is a good score. 720 to 850 is a great score. So what do I need to do in order to qualify to get that zero? There it is right there. To get the 0% interest rates.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK.
Over the years that have visited with me when I was in the car at the car dealership, and I'd say, let's do this. And within 45 to 60 days, you'll be able to come right back, and I'm going to save you tons of money. And if you follow, just follow my directions. Now, one thing that you need to know is if you're in a credit restoration program, you don't go out and buy, and put applications in for stuff. You want to buy a car while you're in the program. You want to complete the program so you can get your lowest possible, your lowest interest rate. You want to complete the program because, filing, having a lot of inquiries also, brings your credit score down. So if you're already, with a low score and then you have a lot of inquiries, then that's going to bring your score down. However, the opportunity to pull your credit reports through you and your credit will not adversely affect your credit scores. It will not be what's known as a hard pull. There's two different pulls. There's a hard pull or a soft pull. Sometimes we don't even realize that banks are looking at our information before they contact us. When you get these offers in the mail from Capital One or from another bank saying, well, we're going to offer you financing, guaranteed financing, approval letters, and that kind of thing, what they're saying to you is they've already looked at your credit report, and that's a soft pull. That's a promotional pull. If they weren't allowed to do that, then they wouldn't know who their customers were or potential customers were. So they pull your credit, and it's an unsolicited pull by those lenders, and what they're doing is they're evaluating whether or not you are a potential customer for that company. And when they realize that they want to do business with you, they'll generally send you an email or a letter saying you're approved. But the thing is that you have to you know, you may want to take advantage. In some cases, maybe not. You know, because some of those letters are giving you an opportunity to buy a car or to purchase things through credit cards or through approvals that are with high interest rates. You know, that's the whole thing. Right now, there are so many companies that are doing what's known as subprime lending. And, you know, I was looking at some information last week. You know that there's over 70,000, I think it's 70,000 people in the United States right now that are in jeopardy of losing their cars, their automobiles, you know, because they're behind on the notes 60 and 90 days behind. So if you're running behind, that tells you that you really shouldn't have signed that contract in the first place, because you were buying something that was above your ability to pay. Now, if you look on my website, I've shown you a graphic of just how much money you can save by improving your credit score. You know, if someone told you that you can save $9,000 or $10,000 by just waiting 40 to 60 days. $10,000 for most people, some people, is a third of their income for a year. You know, the actual income in the United States for most people is somewhere between 17 and 24,000. But if your income is less than, you know, if you're making $20,000 a year or $18,000 a year, you could probably buy a car, but you're going to struggle with those payments, even if they're $300 a month, especially in a state like Louisiana, where the price of automobile insurance is so high. It's time for our first break. This is You and Your Credit on the New Orleans Talk Network. My name is Remus Bowman. I'd like to invite you to come on back. We've got some more information for you. And go to my website, youandyourcredit.us, youandyourcredit.us. We'll be back in just a moment.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Hi, I'm Remus Bowman. I'd like to invite you to join me every Monday at 12 o'clock. We're going to provide information for you that's going to give you the opportunity to feel confident in whatever it is that you need. When you have a good credit score, you can get whatever you want at a low price, low interest rates, and that's the way it is. That's You and Your Credit on Mondays at 12 o'clock. I'll see you then.
What is New Orleans Talk Network? It's today's hottest topics with an added flair. You get ready because the conversation will be hot and better yet, mobile. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app available on Android, iPhone, iPad, and you can listen to us on the web at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com. Write down our talk line at 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255. Interactive and worldwide. That's what we are. Join in on the real conversation and tell a friend about the New Orleans Talk Network.
Back. This is You and Your Credit on the New Orleans Talk Network. I'm your host, Remus Bowman. One of the greatest gifts that I could share is, I've always wanted to be someone who gave back. I always wanted to be someone who studied hard and gave back to my community. So when I have established relationships with a lot of my clients, and when they've been successful and they bought houses or cars, and they'll see me and they'll say, "Man, thank you," or they'll refer me to their friends. That means that in many cases they've learned from the information that I share with them, and that's all I'm saying. Because if you can learn how to improve your score on your own, that's my objective. It's not about me trying to be a guy that's always going to be in your mix or always telling you stuff that you don't have no idea what I'm saying. But, I'm trying to give you the basis of how to improve your own credit. But if you don't get a copy of your credit report, then you won't ever learn. You won't start. That's the starting point. The starting point is having the information, having it available to you, going to You and Your Credit. Now, if you go to youandyourcredit.us, there's so many different components on it. I've been noticing that people have been starting on my credit on my website as much as 5 minutes. They've been reading some of the information. There's information on the website that talks about the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and that's the law that gives you the right to say, hey, this is not my information. But if you don't know that, if you go to the website, as I said earlier, you'll find out information that it's right there. But you've got to get this information. It's going to save you tons of money. One of my a close friend of mine called me last night. Now this person has referred lots of people to me, and we're very close. But because we're close, I have to be very guarded when I talk to her, because I want her to be a person that, because she's a hardworking person, a parent, has children, works two jobs, and a lot of people work two jobs in today's economy, because it's very expensive. Living in a city like New Orleans is very costly, very costly. Price of automobile insurance is through the roof, especially when you have a low credit score. And that's what people are not aware of, is that everything that you buy, all of your interactions, your financial interactions, from the job that you have to the apartment that you live in, to buying a car to getting a lease. Everything that you do is surrounded, is, the starting point is your credit score. You walk into a job interview and you fill out an application. First thing on the report is your name, address, Social Security number. So why do you think they want the Social Security number? Because they want to do a background check. How do most companies do background checks? They do a large percentage of them do background checks through credit reports. Because the information, there's so much information on these credit reports that make them aware of everything that you've done wrong over the last 7 years. If you haven't paid your bills, and you're not a good steward over your money, you certainly can't work in a bank. And in some cases, you can't work for the Fed. As a matter of fact, I had a guy who called me, I want to say 6 months ago. He says, Mr. Remus, I have the job. I've been given the job for FEMA. But because my credit score is too low, I can't take the job. How can you help me? Now, this guy's credit score was a 550. And within 30 days, we were able to move his credit score up. He took the job. He went on his way. And I haven't heard from him again since then. But I'm sure he's doing well. Because had it not been doing well, I'm sure I would have heard it. He would have stayed in the program, and for a little longer, he would have contacted me. Now, here's the information that you need to realize. Your credit scores there's two different types of scoring. There's what's known as the Isaac score, and then there's the Vanguard scoring. They're very similar, and they're based off similar information, but Vanguard's been around for a short period of time, since I think 2003, 2 or 3, and Isaac's been around forever. That's been the original basis that creditors use to determine your credit worthiness. But they all based on the same information. Number one, the type of credit that you use. It's 10% of your credit score. Your payment history is 35% of your credit scores. New credit, 10% of your credit score. Amount owed, 30% of your credit score. And length of credit history is 15% of your credit score. This information that I just told you is actually on you and your credit. It's on the first page. It's a pie chart. And it's very easy. There it is right there. Pull it up for me. It's very easy. You want to enlarge that for me, my brother? Just the pie chart itself. There you go. Right there. That's on you and your credit.us. It's a pie chart telling you what is the determining factor for your credit report. How is my credit score determined? What do I need to do to improve my credit score? Sometimes people will go out and they'll just wipe everything clean. Man, can you get this junk off my credit? Absolutely. So what are you doing to, at the same time, while you're removing all the negative history? And you got to understand, bad things happen to good people. Bad things happen all the time. People lose their jobs, they get hurt, or they become ill, or their family member become ill. There's so many things that determine your financial worth that most people don't even realize. They say, "Wow, it's just a struggle." No, everybody has hard times. We all go through adversity. I talk about the fact that I went through cancer and had to take cancer treatments for over a year and couldn't walk. And, so everybody at some point in time is going to have, some difficulties. Into every life, a little rain is going to fall. But think about it. Now, I want to change. I want to improve my credit score, but I don't have any positive credit history on my report. How do you know that? Because you pulled your credit report and you downloaded it, you printed it, and let me say this: if you if you go to go to my site and you pull up your score, you can actually print these reports. You can print them for your history, or you can go back and you can stay in the program. It's a monitoring program that gives you an option to know exactly what's on your credit report, know what your scores are all the time. And if if something negative is coming on your report, you'll be able to head that off. You'll be able to call up that creditor and see if you can, let's make a deal. What can I do? But if you fail to react, or if you're not monitoring your information, right now, one of the biggest businesses in the world is credit fraud. But if you're not monitoring, you don't know if somebody's giving you a little extra purchase that you don't even know that you have, or giving you a credit card that you don't know that you have. But if you're monitoring your credit report, and you do that by being in similar programs, we also, you can do that again, as I said a moment ago. You can view your credit report right now today. I just sent it to a friend of mine for $1. If you're on the credit, you and your credit, says there's right under the application for the for the credit reports is a little form that you can fill out. And there it is right there. You can fill that form out and submit that information to me today. And within a very short period of time, we'll be contacting you. We will, ask you for the information that we need. As a matter of fact, I got a little deal for you. And I'm only going to do this today because it's very expensive to give away my products. But if you'll send me your information, we'll do a free consultation with you. And if you'll get your credit score, your credit report through our program that's right ahead of it, I will do your first month of credit reporting, of credit counseling for free. Now, this is not a limitless opportunity. So what we're going to do is we're going to say the first 100 people. Wow, that's going to be a lot. But if you'll get a copy of your free credit report, it'll be the cost factor for me to be able to pull your information and to print it up and to send it to you. There's still other processes that we have to go through in order to give you to file the information with the credit bureaus. But if you'll do that, if you'll get your free credit your credit report for $1 and submit your information on the form that's right immediately under the credit report for $1, I will process your first credit reports to the credit bureaus at no cost. The only cost you'll have is the cost for the credit reports themselves. I don't know how I can help you. That's only today. That's a one-time thing that I'm gonna do that is going to assist people. Because I believe once we get people more in tune with looking at credit reports, more in tune with understanding what they need to do in order to change their credit scores, then we've got a better situation. We've got a situation where people not only will have a better understanding of how the credit is determined, but they'll also understand what they need to do to keep the scores in within bounds. You know, sometimes when you don't have the information and you don't know how your credit scores are determined, then what happens is when adversity hits you, you have absolutely no idea how to improve it. You don't have no idea how to overcome the situation. However, the opportunity is here. It's a very short time thing. You know, you're just going to give your name, your email address, and your phone number. You know, and check that, yes, I want to sign up my spouse, or I just want to do me, and we'll get right back in contact with you on youandyourcredit.us. That's youandyourcredit.us. You should be able to find that information relatively easily. It's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, it's on Instagram, it's on YouTube. You know, if you want to see some of the earlier shows from You and Your Credit, because as I said earlier, we've been around for about 4 years. Just go to You and Your Credit on YouTube, and you can see some of the earlier shows that we were doing before I became ill. We want you to improve your credit scores so that when you walk into a car dealership or you walk into a leasing office, you will know that you qualify to buy a car or to get an appointment. You will know it already. But if you don't do nothing, then, you know, $1, $1, $1 single dollar to get all 3 credit reports on youandyourcredit.us. If you're on Facebook, you can go to my page, and I'm sure there's lots of opportunities on Facebook to sign in to the credit report, to the website through my Facebook pages. But you got to start someplace. $1. I might even have something great coming for you next week. Just so you know, because we've been having a great success with the show and people have been taking advantage of our offers, we've gotten more opportunities to represent more companies. Just yesterday, I signed on the weekend. You know, us workaholics work all the time. You know, it seems like we never stop working. I signed on to a new company that is going to allow you to pull your credit report for free. Although I think $1 is pretty cool. How would you like to be able to pull your credit reports for free? Wow. That's a good opportunity. All right. We're going to be right back. We're still working hard for you over here at You and Your Credit on the New Orleans Talk Network. Thank you.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, Y'all, it's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on the Gulf Coast that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
Hi, I'm Remus Bowman. I'd like to invite you to join me every Monday at 12 o'clock. We're going to provide information for you that's going to give you the opportunity to feel confident in whatever it is that you need. When you have a good credit score, you can get whatever you want at a low price, low interest rates, and that's the way it is. That's you and your credit on Mondays at 12 o'clock. I'll see you then. Hey guys, the show's just about over, but I need to ask you one question. Have you been to my webpage yet? I've been sending it out. I've sent it out in Messenger. I've sent it out. We posted it on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Have you gone to the webpage yet? If you want some valuable information about your credit report, about your credit scores, then you need to go to You and Your Credit. I'm telling you, you will not believe some of the stuff the information that's available to you. But if you don't understand it or if you need help articulating it, then you just email me or give me a call, and I'll be happy to assist you in getting the information you need to make great decisions. We all need a little help being on the road, down the road to life. If you can just go to the page, there's so much information on there. So well, Mr. Remus, why do you have these credit cards on your credit repair page? Because we want you to be able to improve your score, and sometimes we need a fresh start. So with this credit builder card, just so you know, that card reports to the credit bills up to 6 times in 1 month. So here's what we do. So you take out the credit builder card, you pay the fee, I think it's $39. Then after you pay the fee for the credit builder card, then you use the card, and before the anniversary, which the anniversary is generally going to be every 30 days, every 4 weeks. On the anniversary, you want to check with the company and make sure you know when the reporting date is. This is information you need to know. Even on the existing cards that you have, a lot of times we don't know how to improve our credit scores, even though we might have good credit. But then when things fall and we miss a payment and you lose 100 or so points, what happens is the credit bureau, everything is done by computer. So, the credit bureau does not know if you're in a financial situation or, you're trending things. You're trending information. You're giving out what they call algorithms. And, those trends is what determines whether or not you're going to be looked at in a very positive way from a potential creditor or not. When I was in the car business, people would walk into the car dealerships and they say, "Oh, I want to buy a new car." And then when we pulled the credit bureau, they were 2 and 3 months behind on the existing car. So what happens when you walk into into an automobile dealer and your car that you're driving is about to be repossessed? So if you're a lender or a potential lender, is this someone that you're going to run through a brick wall to finance a new car for? Or is this someone that you're going to look at and say, wait a minute, this person may be in financial trouble? Now, here's the thing. If you know what's on your credit report, and you will, by pulling it for $1, you and your credit.us, pull your credit report for $1, then before, your report's there and your scores are there. So before you go into a car dealership looking to buy a car, you'll know exactly where you are. Now, what I would say to you is, car dealers, analyze credit reports all the time. This is something that's not brain surgery. We've been doing it for years because everything that we do is based on your ability to pay. Also, if you do that, but if you're aware of the fact that you're behind on your automobile loan, maybe this may not be the month or the day that you should take the money that you have to go out and buy an automobile. Maybe you should take that money and pay, and bring your current vehicle current. And by doing that, that'll improve your financial situation and it'll, improve your interest rates and your credit score. People, I've seen people who are in the process of losing their homes. There was a time, now there's a lot of, aftermarket companies that are doing financing now, second-tier companies, that are doing financing now, 20, 25% interest rates. If that's how you want to roll, it's up to you. But if you're in the process of having your home foreclosed on, the last thing that you probably want to do is go out and try to buy a car. Because the bank, legitimate banks, real banks, are going to look at you and say, wait a minute, this person, is about to lose their home. So why would I want to, take a chance on them with, losing their home and living in a car? That's possible. But, more than likely, most creditors don't want to be in the middle of that game, because those are indications that your financial situation is very fragile. And as a result of your financial situation being very fragile, you are not in a position, even though you have a lot of money. I had a buddy of mine call me, I think it was Saturday, and, I've known this guy for, 5-6 years, and, we're pretty good friends, and he says, Remus, now this guy, believe it or not, I took him from 0 to a 700-plus beacon score, and, he's one of these guys that like to tinker with stuff, he likes to do electronics, and he's got one of these electronic cameras on the front of his, inside of his car, where he keeps a documentation of everything that's going on around him. But I think what happened was, when he hooked this stuff up, he may have done it incorrectly and caused the the car to shut out, and as a result, the car caught on fire on the interstate. And so he says, "Oh man, that couldn't happen. I can't believe it." And so he's got all the photographs and of the whole situation, and and he blamed it on the automobile. But there was none. It was a brand new car, so there was nothing that that the automobile manufacturer did wrong that would cause his car to catch on fire like that. But anyway, I got him out of the situation, got him in a new car 3-4 years ago. He was loving that car, and then about a week or so ago, somebody hit him and demolished the car. And so he's back in the market to buy a new car. He called his buddy, So this is the third car that I've gotten him. I'm telling you, you got to trust someone. Now, I'm not in the car business full time anymore, but I still have lots of friends over at Toyota of New Orleans and Premier Dodge and Premier Nissan and Premier Honda. Wow. We've got friends all over the car business. And, if you're looking for a car automobile, you can give me a call. I'll be happy to put you in contact with one of the people. You can also go to the website. There we go, back to that website. And on the page where it says products, guess what you can find? At the bottom of the page that says products, you can find the websites for Premier Dodge and Toyota of New Orleans. So by going to those websites, you'll be able to see what their inventory is. No, it's on the products page. Press products. It's on the products page, which, also, still there. There you go. So it's Premier Dodge and Toyota of New Orleans website. So if you go to my products page, and this just out of loyalty, because I was a part of the dealership, a part of the company for a long period of time, and they did right by me when I was sick. So as a result, I never removed it. All you got to do is press the blue buttons where it says Dodge, CDJ, R, or Toyota of New Orleans. If you press those buttons, then you'll be able to view their complete inventory, new and used cars. This is just a little gift that I'm giving back to, the industry that brought me across the bridge. Hey, this is you and your credit on the New Orleans Talk Network. We've enjoyed the show. I hope that you have benefited from it. Go to the website, youandyourcredit.us. Youandyourcredit.us is where you'll find the information. There's even information on on what you need to do to improve your credit scores, or you can send it to me. I'm Remus Bowman. It's been a great show. Have a great day. Happy Mardi Gras, everybody.